high-value, feminine way to handle a cold and distant spouse. Hi, my name is Yvonne. I'm your marriage and divorce coach here at Black Swan Relationship Academy. Today, ladies, we're going to look at how to handle a cold and distant husband. There are times when a spouse comes home and they've had a bad day. Unfortunately, you don't know that because you haven't been with them throughout the day. They've come in and you're glad to see them, and the usual response you're not getting. He's not his usual attentive self. He's cold and he's distant. Unfortunately, this has happened before on a number of occasions and you've let it slide. But you've said to yourself, if it happened again, I'm going to address it. I'm going to do something about it, because you feel that it might be, there's a gulf coming between the two of you and you want to heal this distance. You don't want it to go any further because right now it is not very good for both of you. So what are you going to do? One of the things that I can encourage you to do is don't blame yourself. Don't look at the fact that he's been distant or he's come home again and not said anything and you think, it's me, it must be me, I have done something. You've been doing whatever it is you're doing and getting on with your share of life and doing that. You may have not spoken to him during the day, so how can you say it is what you've done? Take yourself out of this for a moment and don't blame self. Just look at the situation. He's been distant. Don't do what you did the last time where you kept on saying, are you all right? Is everything okay? What's going on? Why are you not talking to me? These are things that he doesn't want to hear, especially if he's got things going on in his head. All he wants right now is to just take a moment, just to have a breath. So what you should do is take yourself away, take yourself out of the situation and do something else. Continue doing, if you were making dinner, continue with making the dinner. If you were in the middle of putting the children to bed, continue putting them to bed. Do something different. Don't badger him with questions. Give him space. Respect his space for the moment. Let him have the time that he needs to get his thoughts in order. He needs, to catch his breath for a moment. My husband, when he comes home from work in the evening, doesn't want to hear a lot of chatter. He just wants to sit down for a minute. Whilst we're at the table eating, that's when he opens up and that's when he talks. So I know when he comes in from work, other than saying hi to him, I take myself away, go and prepare dinner while he's having a wash, getting ready to come in. So why don't you try doing that? Go and do something and leave him alone. Give him the space he needs to do. Respect his boundary, respect his space, and let him come to you when he's ready to speak, because you, remember, have done nothing wrong. Don't take this personally, because it isn't something that you have done. It's something that you will eventually work through. You will get to know each other's little habits, and you will know when he's had wins at work and when he hasn't had a win at work, and he comes home and he's wearing it on his face, but you know, I can't do anything. If you go into the Black Swan Relationship Academy and look at the soulmate attraction, there are courses there that you can see that will help you in how to get your husband back in line with where you're going, and how to help you to look at self so that you can navigate these situations and not be distant when this happens. One of the things that you can do is to take time for yourself to be alone in the moment, to be alone in whatever it is that you're doing. Now, when you've prepared dinner and you're sitting down and you're talking, don't talk about the day. Just talk about something else. Have a different conversation. Have a conversation about the children. Johnny did a test at school and he came home and had high marks, or you did something at work that was great. You had a wonderful time speaking with your mother on the phone, or you went and did something, but talk about those little things that is taken away from what that his face is not smiling. And as you continue with the conversation, you will notice that his persona changes. It's almost like he's distressed. He's breathing now. And when you hear the tone of the breathing is different, and he's looking up and he's engaging with you, he's holding eye contact, then you can say, how was the meeting? You had a meeting this morning. How did the meeting go? Did everything go to plan? Let him tell you whilst he's talking. Make mental notes of questions that you want to ask him about it. Don't interrupt him while he's speaking. When he's finished, then ask your questions. Let the dialogue flow. Let life come back together again, because now you're both again on the same page and you want to keep it. Ask positive question. Encourage when he says something happened. When something didn't go right in how he expected it to go, then express your disappointment and ask how you want to know, how did that affect him? What did he think about it? Was he able to put it right? And when he says that he did this, then encourage him. You know, let him know, oh, well done, you did that. Oh, that's fabulous. I bet they were glad that you showed up at work today and were able to help them to get to do what needed to be done. So one of the things that you can also do is make time for you and your partner, especially when there are children around. You don't get the opportunity to be the husband and wife that you want to be because you're forever taking care of somebody else. This too can cause there to be a distance in the relationship, because where you first got married, he had you to himself, or you had him to yourself, and now the children has come along. You as the mother are perpetually taking care of the children. They're your first, they have your first need, and your husband can sometimes be the second person on your list. And believe me when I tell you that he feels the pullback that you have got because you're taking care of the children. It's not because you don't care, but your time is taken up with them. Why don't you send the children to their grandparents? Let their children be at their grandparents for the weekend, and make arrangements for the two of you to go away for the weekend, just so that you can reconnect. That reconnection, that time that the two of you spend together is oh so important, because we all need that. We all need to feel special. We all need to feel that we are wanted and loved and taken care of. And when you as a mother are running around with different hats doing different things, you don't remember that he too has needs. It's not just about sitting cuddling up on the sofa every evening, because whilst you may be doing that, you're both listening out. Did one of them cry? Can I hear movement? And she may get up 3 or 4 times while you're doing that. You just want time to be on your own with him, so that you can re-engage, to reignite that love that you had for each other. Another thing that that I would encourage you not to do, and I say this from past experience because it was something that I learned the hard way, is that when he doesn't want to talk and we badger, don't go away thinking that, you see, nothing has changed. He's still doing it. I spoke to him about it before and he said he wasn't going to do it, and you're bringing up past things, and it went from him being silent to this full-blown argument about something that had nothing to do with him having a bad day at work. And you brought up everything that, and thrown the kitchen sink in the mix also. This is not how it's supposed to be. Then this is why I say to you, with the best will that I know how, do not bring up past events, past hurts. Don't bring that into the midst of today, because it's not going to help the situation. The Bible teaches us and says that love keeps no record of wrong, and you don't keep a record of everything that he's done wrong, so that when he does something wrong on another day, you throw it at him, because all you're doing is just making things worse, and it's not going to help. live in the moment, have your answers and your questions for the moment. Don't look to yesterday, because yesterday's problems that were never solved are not going to be able to solve the problem that you've got today. You've got to come into this from a new place, from a new mind, and you've got to try to realign your mind to what is happening in the now and react to the now and not then. Look at the situation that is going on and speak from there. And by doing that, and you engaging with him and speaking to him about now, whilst you're away and you've set time aside to talk about the things, the distance, etc. Even in that time when you're talking, don't speak of yesterday, speak of now, speak of where you want the relationship to go, how you see your future, what you want to do, for things to, to bridge the gap between the two of you, because the gap can be bridged. You can get over this, but you've just got to learn to bide your time and know when to speak and not react in the moment. One of the things that you can also do for yourself is to set a personal goal for yourself. And, decide to yourself that I'm not going to, when he comes home and if he wants to be, have the time, the goal for yourself is I can use that time to listen to some music, or there's a podcast that I've been listening to. I'll use that time to go away, take myself out of the situation, listen to that podcast, and then when you've done so, then come back. Do something for yourself, go have a nice bath, soak in the bath after you've had a long day. You deserve it. The children are in bed, you're going to have dinner, have a nice soak. Once you've come out of the bath and you're all perfumed and gorgeous and ready, you're both ready, willing and able to hear exactly what the other has to say. Ladies, I'm hoping what I've said has helped you. And if it has, please don't forget to subscribe to the link below. And if anything that I've said has resonated with you, book a call in the link below and we can discuss this further. I'm Yvonne Green here at Black Swan Relationship Academy. Have a great day. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.